Hello, friends! For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lindsey Grady, but I sure do hope you know me because if you didn't, we wouldn't be friends on whatever social media I'm posting this to. And as a disclaimer, this could have ended up a long Facebook post, but who reads those? No. I thought a video would be a much better idea. A video for what, you ask? This video is to recap all of my memories of Prairie High School speech and drama. Last night we had our speech and drama celebration banquet, and I certainly did not think through all of what I wanted to say, so I thought I'd just go viral to wrap up my thoughts and memories of speech. The very first production at Prairie that I was in was Over the Moon in 7th grade. My sister Ashley and I were the talking trees of the enchanted forest. We cracked jokes and danced the Macarena and had a great time designing our tree costumes. The following year, I played out Mama Zeke in Zinc, the myth, the legend, the zebra. I thought I looked pretty ridiculous in my wig and zebra makeup, but I had a lot of fun and got to try my hand at a long monologue for the first time. That spring, I ran the sound for our musical, which was called Once on This Island. It was a very eye-opening experience to the tech side of theater, which I've enjoyed dabbling in ever since. Freshman year, Ashley and I did our final production together as the evil stepsisters in Grooverella. That year was also the year that the fabulous Cammie Zbonic Hill arrived at Prairie and became our director and mentor. It was also the year that I did the best photobomb ever. That spring, our musical was Once Upon a Mattress, which is based upon the fairy tale The Princess and the Pea. The truth is that when I didn't make the cast, I was pretty devastated. But at that time, I also didn't understand that having a reliable and quick-thinking crew, which I was a member of, is just as important as having a talented cast. Even today, I'm very ashamed of how I behaved through the experience, but I like to think I came out of it with a little more backbone and acting a little less self-entitled. Sophomore year, I finally joined a speech team, and my sisters and I learned through our large group acting piece that I am definitely not suited to play the bad guy. I'm not even sure why I thought it was a good idea. It didn't go well. That spring, our musical was Crazy for You, a giant production with a giant set and giant heart. I was in the ensemble with 3 of my best friends, Andrea, Christy, and Kirsten, and I had a blast learning the tap dance from Jay and getting to sing on stage for the first time. It was a funny and heartwarming show, and sometimes I still sing Slap That Bass and Stiff Upper Lip. Last year, junior year, I was cast as Amma in our fall play, The Arabian Nights, which I loved because we had beautiful costumes, a beautiful set, and a beautiful show. We made people laugh and we made people cry, and I'll never forget how funny the script sounded when we first read through it as a cast, because it was pretty Shakespearean. Last spring, we put on Godspell as our musical, and I got to help Dennis build the set for the first time ever, which was awesome. I was also our one and only emergency crew member, and our one and only emergency that happened was Noah's mask breaking, and even though I tried to fix it, it kept breaking, so I wasn't that great of an emergency crew member, but you know, I had fun. I also began our speech and drama website last year, which makes its home at www.phsspeechanddrama.weebly.com. It always bothered me that despite our status as a huge club with the longest running season here at Prairie, we didn't have a website? In any case, I've had a lot of fun designing the site and making it organized and entertaining, and I cannot wait to see how it continues to change once the junior class takes it up. Then senior year, the beginning of this year rolled around, and I was given the role of mom in our fall play Leaving Iowa. At first, I was really nervous because I thought I'd have to kiss Chaz, who was playing out Dad, but instead we got to argue through like 99% of the show, and that was just fine by me. Chaz, Gabby, Kyle, Skylar, and Noah, the 5 of you are all wonderful people, and I'll never forget my Leaving Iowa family. I'm so glad we were able to have fun and laugh with this show, and that we started the tradition of the third night being the night the rifle breaks. For a large group speech this year, I decided to try my hand at solo mime, which was terrifying and exciting in equal amounts. My dad didn't understand why I was doing it, since apparently I'm really good at acting and writing, but I was determined to try something new this year. For inspiration, I turned to my other great love besides theater, which is biology, and I tripped over the idea of evolution. So I looked up some YouTube videos of the evolution of man, and I wrote down some of the animals that I thought I could portray convincingly. The hardest hurdle was matching my movements to the music. I had 64 counts of 8 to work with and a chair. Yeah. But with Cammie and Maddie Huber's help, I was able to perfect and polish it, even though I felt absolutely ridiculous the whole time. I couldn't believe that people found my imitation of this, billions of years long process to be interesting, let alone mesmerizing. Nevertheless, I was honored to take my mime to large group All-State this year. I had a great time supporting my fellow All-Staters as well. We had other students performing in short film, musical theater, and TV news. It was from this experience that I learned that sometimes the more ridiculous you feel, the more convincing you look, and that combining my 2 great loves of theater and biology is possible. Right now, my heart is still bursting with pride over our spring musical, The Secret Garden. As student director, I helped gather props, paint the set, and worked on lines with our actors. I still can't believe how many people came to see this show, and I'm so proud that my class was able to put on a professional caliber musical before we got out of here. I sang the songs at home and in the hallway. The truth is that I'm still singing them. And I never stopped rooting for you, my friends, and these characters you all turned into living, breathing people. Many of you have heard me say this before, but The Secret Garden made me realize that show is not about individual talents, but the beautiful sum of everyone's talents. And I am honored to have been a part of this with all of you. Finally, I'd like to say thank you to Cammie and Mrs. Schwarzenjuber for honoring me with the Mary Campbell Hall of Fame Award, which I was awarded alongside the amazing Kelsey Levi last night. This award proves to me that I've left a legacy with this program, and to know that I accomplished that is truly touching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Speech and drama is about us students. We drive this program and we make it grow with love and passion and creativity. We write and act and paint and sing and dance and play and drill and do it again and again and again because it is what we want to do. We read our lines in bed in the middle of the night and have crazy cast parties. We learn from each other and take care of each other. To paraphrase Lin-Manuel Miranda, we never throw away our shot. As such, speech and drama will always have a near and dear spot in my heart. I'm hardly done with it yet, I plan on minoring in theater when I attend the University of Iowa this fall, and I'm currently writing my own play based upon the life of Charles Darwin and his family. I cannot wait to see Till Death Do Us Part and Little Shop of Horrors next year. I love you all and will miss you all, and as Cami and Swartzy like to say, onwards and upwards. Thank you.